Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. My username is BitBR7 and I am a really big Sims 2 fan, and I am excited to be starting a playthrough today of Early Strangetown. So if you're at all familiar with the base game neighborhoods in The Sims 2, you might know Strangetown. It's like a Roswell Area 51 inspired town. There's, a little alien crash site, aliens, some very strange folks and strange happenings. Yeah, so there's basically this really talented, creator. Isn't that fun? Come back. It's inspecting the crash site. Sorry. So there's a really talented creator, Guido Simmer, and he is super talented and put so much care and detail into this custom neighborhood that basically reimagines the events of 20 years prior to the base game. So we have the younger versions of some iconic characters like Olive Spectre and Nervous Subject, the Curious Brothers, Pollination Technician number 9. And so you kind of have the option to either guide the characters toward the events of the base game or kind of choose to switch things up. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into a household. I love a little bit of chaos, so we can start off with the Curious household. And I do recommend, if you download this neighborhood, to please check out, all of the bios, the individual bios and the family bios, because they're all there and the relationships have also been formed across the neighborhood. Also, something else I'll link down in the description box is Early Pleasant View. So Guido Simmer also did a version of Pleasant View 10 years prior to the base game Pleasant View. And I was actually thinking that after a couple of rounds, I might add Pleasant View as a subhood. I will be playing wants-based rotational gameplay in this hood, so we'll get a chance to play with all the households. And I'm sure a lot of folks that still play Sims 2 are familiar with that gameplay style. I'm also not sure how long I want these videos to be or how much editing I'll be doing. So let me know if y'all have a preference between long Let's Plays. I usually enjoy longer videos when I watch them personally, but I know some people don't have the bandwidth. So I'm open to suggestions and feedback. But we can start off taking a peek at the household and then jump into the gameplay. So here we've got little baby Laszlo Curious, who is so stinking adorable with his little frog hat. Well, he's a toddler, and he's still got a little bit of time. Looks like he has learned to walk, but doesn't have his other skills yet, so we can start working on those. Then we've got Vidkin Curious, and ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. We saw nothing. Vidkin Curious, who looks also really adorable, and looks like he just aged up into a child, so we've got some time before he's a teen. He learned all his skills. He looks up to Pascal because of their similar interests. And Laszlo is just really loved. And he really likes monkeys. Then we've got Pascal over here. And he is very connected to his family, would like to be a successful scientist, maybe even contact aliens one day. Dun dun dun. I'm sure we can make that happen. So here we've got the boys' room. Looks like they're sharing. We've got a nursery set up for Laszlo. And we've got the parents' room, a couple bathrooms up here. We've got Jenny's room. Um, Sorry about that. We've got some pups here in the background that felt the need to start barking. But anyways, here we've got Jenny, and she is pretty close to aging up. So I think we're gonna play through. They're on the last day of summer until fall. So she should be aging up before we're finished playing this household. And she just loves the color green. And next up we've got Kitty Curious. So she is actually Glarn's second wife. And we can explore that in a second. But she's a stay-at-home mom. She just wants him to stop being silly and talking about abductions. And this is Glarn Curious. So he actually has a very interesting backstory if you're not familiar. Basically, he used to be married to Glabe, and I think, yeah, she still goes by Glabe Curious. And that was his first wife. So basically, what happened is he ended up getting abducted by aliens and had twins, Chloe and Lola, with pollination technician number 9. He couldn't handle or move past the trauma of that event, so he ended up divorcing Glabe, and the two girls ended up staying with Glabe, and he kind of moved on with his life, got remarried to Kitty, had his kids, his like perfect life here. And it looks like very interested in aliens. In his younger years, he just couldn't deal with being impregnated. He never told his family about his other daughters. So, per this lore, this hood's lore, his family is not aware of the 2 alien daughters. But yeah, I think that could be, a little fun storyline, maybe if Kitty were to find out. Um, so yeah, you can see. Okay, sorry about that. But I think we were going through Glarn's memories, and he actually cheated on Glabe with Kitty first, and then ended up woohooing with Kitty before he got abducted, and before he ever woohooed with Glabe. So that's interesting. And looks like he's just taught all of his kids to talk. He's a talker. What can we say? Let's go ahead, and I do want to give. Why does she want to defeat the Grim Reaper? I do want to give. Oh, not Laszlo. Kitty. Jeepers. Okay. A little makeover, because I think my default makeup is kind of messing up her vibe a little. And Jenny as well. The boys will be boys. Does he have work today? He does. I think even though he could stay home, I'm gonna have him go to work because I think they need the money. They're not the best off right now. And he will need none of these skills that he wants to earn. So that's cool. Oh, he's re-rolling. Laszlo, baby, we will get you sorted in a second. Okay, let's take off this makeup because it's stressing me out just a little bit. Okay, I wanted to spare y'all however long it took me to change her over, but I think this is kind of cute, like a little housewife style. I think she'd definitely be going for like a more traditional kind of makeup look. We'll see if she likes it. Okay, she was chill with that. Don't go look at the light. Why don't you snuggle your baby and. Oh, it's Jenny's turn now. 1 second. So I believe this hood is genetically correct. Um, so her facial structure is a little bit different than what I remember in the base game. And I did like that her original little ponytail had the green hairband, but it gave her like a very, like it emphasized her forehead a little too much. But if she doesn't like this, then we can go back to the other one. She was okay with it. Okay, please, I don't understand what the obsession is with this light. And the kids are stuck there, I guess. I know it could also send them to school, but I would rather not. She wants a first kiss to gain a cooking skill point. Why don't you go ahead and study some cooking? And I don't think the boys are quite. Yeah. Oh, look, they're both best friends with Cersei Salamis right now. So I think I'd like for them to become more friendly with each other. Maybe play some cops and robbers. I don't know what to tell you, Gerald. The kids aren't moving. You can also maybe use the bathroom, Kitty, for a second. And it's interesting that she seems to want to get a job because I don't know where that's coming from. She's a stay at home mom. I kind of feel like. I kind of feel like they're more in the like older generation type vibes where um cute where like the women just kind of stayed at home and didn't really like pursue higher education that much. Although now that I'm saying that, I think yeah, Kitty did go to college. I don't think that's a choice I would have personally made, but I do appreciate the extra want slots. So does she want to become like a working housewife now? Because I feel like the expectation would still be for her to like maintain the household, you know? But she wants a job, so we can definitely scope out. What? Where did the paper go? Did the guy not have a chance to do the thing? Oh, bro, why are you reading the newspaper? Why don't you use the bathroom? And then, why are you running? Here, you can come use the bathroom up here, and then maybe you can try playing with your brother again. Well, yeah, I think when they become friends with each other, that should satisfy their want. Why don't you come over here and grab a little sandwich? The door is in the way? Oh, it is centered, huh? Um, Let's... Okay. 1 second while I fix this. Okay. Let's see if he can eat his sandwich now. Okay, cool. You can go ahead and wash your hands. And Sweaty, why don't you come over here and also eat with your family? Don't know how I feel about that routing. I'd rather they only come in from that door instead of come out. Some visitors have arrived. Pollination technician number 9. Okay, I have a confession to make. Paul! Don't leave! Oh my god. I hate everything. I was gonna say, I have a confession to make. I have previously started a let's play or playthrough of this neighborhood streaming on Twitch. I messed up. I didn't back up the hood. Had a lot of issues. I stopped playing The Sims 2 for like 3 months as a result, but it's fine. I'm back now. I learned my lesson. But I couldn't get Paul and Jenny to like meet naturally. Like it wasn't happening organically like I wanted it to. So I thought that he was gonna be here like as part of the welcome wagon, and I was gonna be like, perfect. He just moved into town, met his neighbors, Jenny was there. And instead, it's just freaking Yorn Beaker. So, Kitty wants to meet someone new. Go ahead and greet him, I guess. Jenny will go ahead and send off. She can go and explore the town, and maybe she will just happen to run into someone. Why are you... Okay. That's... There's literally a door here that you could have gone through, but okay. The doors and the routing in The Sims 2 is always something else. Why don't you come play with your brother? Because it doesn't seem like y'all had a chance to make that happen last time. Are you gonna play this time? Yeah. You know, good call, Kitty, because I definitely was forgetting about your child. And then let's take you to a community lot. Just to kind of explore a little bit. Let's go to the pool. And maybe she can get... Oh, she wants a cleaning skill point. Well, she can get her fun up by swimming in the pool. And then I don't know what Kitty is trying to do with her son. Bathe him? A choice, I guess. Yeah. So... I doubt, because Jenny is a family sim, that she will roll any wants to go to college. She could prove me wrong. If she rolls it right now, I'm gonna laugh. But yeah, it seems like she's just kind of on her romantic vibes kick right now. Also, I did actually remake this lot. This is not how it comes in the custom neighborhood. I just made like a little locker room area for the women, a locker room area for the men, some unisex bathrooms. And then I also went ahead and plopped down one of these little playgrounds. I think this is custom. I'm pretty sure this is a custom downloadable thing. But yeah. Ichabod Spectre. And she is going straight for the diving in, and we love to see that. Does she know? She doesn't vibe with Buzz. So valid. Who does? The Vandermorkens are, I think, Lila's parents. And she does know Lila. Lila is, General Buzz's future wife and the mother of, like, Rip Grunt and Buck Grunt. I think we're literally just gonna hang out here until someone walks by, maybe, or until her needs drop. Um, Truly, that is my only goal, so I might just fast forward y'all. So it's been a couple of hours. She's chatting with Glaive Curious, whose last name I think we're gonna have to change because I think it would be a little suspicious for Glarn's kids to meet this random lady who has their same very distinctive last name and not actually, like, you know, think that there's a connection there. I also think it was not a very amicable split, so I don't know why she would have kept Glaive's last name. Also slightly funny, there's a Jill Smith here. But besides that, and a witch showing up on the lot, we haven't had anything exciting. I'm gonna keep trying though. She's gonna be a party animal on a Monday night, just waiting to see if someone with her love and passion for green will show up. Please. Alrighty. So, spoiler alert, Jenny did not find her mans, and she was gone for like 10 hours. I have the community time project mod, so we're just gonna wait for her to come home. We did a couple of things. So we got Kitty a job that she wanted as a legal biller. It is a little bit complicated because it's like the same schedule as Glarn's. So I don't know about that. But girl, what are you doing? Come pick up your child and feed him some food, please. Lauren, we're gonna have him work on the skills that he needs to get a promotion. I also went ahead and edited a couple of things. I added the ACR mod, Batbox, SimBlender. Oh! Who made enemies with Olive? Someone was spying on Olive, and she was ready to attack. -12. Not the one bolt with Olive Spectre. Well, Olive Muenda is her single name right now because she hasn't been married yet. Can you please serve Laszlo some food? And then you can clean up stuff. And what nature activity have you tried? Cleaning is not a nature activity, is it? Okay, you want to make another friend, and you want to grow up well. In a few days, you can make friends with one of your parental units. Come here and chat with your dad, yeah? Because his social bar is quite low. And he's a knowledge sim, so I feel like they would definitely get along. Vidkin still wants a skill point, so he can just keep working on his art. And he can become friends with his mom, eventually. Ooh, my sweet, sweet kitty. Your needs are not super great, so let's take care of that. And then maybe you can make some dinner for the fam bam. So I think I'm just gonna get everyone's like needs and stuff sorted. Why? I truly can't stand routing issues. I was gonna move them upstairs, but they're trying to talk to each other, so literally chill, my dude, and talk to your son about math. Exactly. What do you mean? Are you kidding me? Be nice to your son. What the heck? Tell him a joke. And then you can teach Laszlo to talk, I guess, since that's just what you do with all of your kids. So funny. But anyways, as I was saying, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get them ready for nighttime, get them wound down for the night, and we will check back in the morning. Alrighty, so kind of got the whole family through the nighttime. Also, I wish that they had a proper shower tub because bathtubs take so long. So, Kitty definitely strikes me as the type who would have to wake up early, kind of get the kids and everyone ready for the day. Laszlo needs to use the bathroom, take a shower. You know, you can use your parents and take a bath because that's not an issue. And Jenny, she actually wants to make breakfast, so you can totally learn how to make cereal. You can pour a bowl of cereal for everyone. Because wow, what a great daughter. Doesn't know how to make cereal yet. Um and I'm also going to have Kitty go ahead and call the nanny so that someone can take care of Laszlo. And we're gonna go ahead and potty train him one more time. Play, tickle, and then potty train him and put him to bed. Glarn was a good dad. I keep hovering over his name because I keep mixing up his name with Glabes. But yeah, Glarn was a good dad and woke up in the middle of the night to help take care of Laszlo a little bit. Nanny. Track schedule, please. The kids will have school shortly. And the parental units will be off to work shortly. You're making your bed. What a good boy. Why don't you come watch some TV before school? You don't need to make the bed. If you do have time, you can play on the monkey bars. Oh, actually, why don't you play on the monkey bars? Or are you kind of lazy? He is not lazy, not active. Are any of you hungry? Not particularly. I'm sorry no one's gonna reap the rewards of your soon-to-be soggy cereal, but you can just go ahead and put that all away. Actually, you can leave a couple bowls out because Kitty will need to eat some food. And she wants to be BFFs with her kids. That's very sweet. I would love that for her. Um, let's see. You don't have a chance to have fun before it's time for you to go to work, so... No, ma'am. You're gonna grab some food before you go, please. Well, actually, I guess you don't need to because you can eat at your job, so that should be fine. Sweet, sweet Pascal, you can just go to school. You're asleep. You should go to work, though. Please put these away, and then you can go to work. Alrighty, so I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up our first episode here. Again, I would love to hear any feedback that y'all have. Any thoughts about the length of the episodes, if you prefer to not have as much like of the day to day in there, I'm open to whatevs. Um, and yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next episode.